Imagine this. Right in front of you, there's a big metal door. Behind it, freedom, opportunities, and everything you've ever wanted. And guess what? The key is in your hand. But every time you try to open it, a little voice in your head says, "Nope, not for you. You're not good enough. You don't have what it takes." After hearing that enough times, you stop trying. You convince yourself maybe you're not meant to open that door at all. That little voice? Those are limiting beliefs. Most of us think outside circumstances or other people are holding us back. But honestly, the biggest prison is usually in our own minds. Limiting beliefs are sneaky. They hide so well in our thoughts that we don't even notice them. Sometimes it's just one sentence, stuck in your head for years, shaping your whole life. Like, maybe when you were a kid, someone told you, "You're not good at drawing." And every time you felt like sketching something, that voice showed up. "Why bother? You're not talented." So, you gave up. Who knows? Maybe if you hadn't listened, you'd be an amazing artist today. Or at least, you'd still enjoy doing what you love. And it's not just about hobbies. These beliefs can affect everything. What job you choose, who you date, or even whether you believe you deserve to be happy. It's like having invisible software running in the background of your mind, constantly messing with your settings without you even noticing. So, what exactly are limiting beliefs? Simple. They're thoughts about yourself, others, or the world that stop you from reaching your full potential. Think of them like invisible fences. You can't see them, you can't touch them, but they keep you stuck. For example, if someone believes, "I'll never be successful," it changes everything they do. They might turn down opportunities, avoid risks, or reject encouragement because deep down, they think they don't deserve it. And where do these beliefs even come from? Mostly from the past. Maybe you failed at something once and that memory stuck. Maybe your parents or teachers said things like, "You're not smart enough," or "Don't take risks." Maybe culture or society drilled certain rules into you, like, "People like us don't get rich," or "Girls shouldn't do that. Real men don't do this." And after hearing it enough, it feels like truth, even when it's not. The tricky part, limiting beliefs often sound logical. Like, to start a business, you need a lot of money. Sounds reasonable, right? But tons of people have started with almost nothing and built something big. So the belief isn't the truth, it's just your lens. Like wearing tinted glasses that make the whole world look darker than it actually is. Now, why are these beliefs so powerful? A few reasons. One, they're tied to fear. Fear of failure, rejection, embarrassment. Two, our brains love collecting proof. So if you think you're unlucky, every bad moment feels like evidence. Meanwhile, you ignore the good stuff. And three, they're comfortable. It's easier for your brain to say you can't than to figure out a solution. So yeah, they're sticky. But the good news, they can absolutely be changed. Step one is noticing them. Listen to that inner voice. What does it say when you want to try something new? "I'm not smart enough"? "No one will take me seriously"? Those are your clues. Another way, look at where you feel stuck in life. Why don't you start that new project? Why do your relationships keep repeating the same pattern? Behind every why, there's usually a limiting belief hiding. Once you spot them, it's time to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just an old story I've been carrying around? Look for evidence that proves the belief wrong. Even one counterexample can shake it. And here's a trick. Flip the script. If your inner voice says, I'm shy. I can't talk in groups. Answer back, actually, I've had conversations where I did just fine. Sometimes it helps to imagine a friend saying those words. If your friend said, "I'll never succeed," would you agree with them? Of course not. You'd encourage them. So why not do the same for yourself? The final step is replacement. When you weaken a limiting belief, don't leave the space empty. Fill it with an empowering one. Like, instead of "I'm not creative," say, "I can come up with new ideas every day." It doesn't have to be over-the-top fake positivity, to something realistic that pushes you forward. And don't just say it, feel it. Picture yourself succeeding. Write it down daily. Surround yourself with people who believe in possibilities, not limitations. And over time, those new beliefs grow stronger, just like seeds in a garden. Now, imagine living without those old voices in your head. No one saying, "You can't." Instead, a voice saying, "Go for it. You might succeed." That's what life without limiting beliefs feels like. Freedom. You try new things. You take risks. You build healthier relationships. And most importantly, you finally see yourself for who you really are: capable, worthy, and full of potential. The road of life will still have bumps and challenges, sure, but without those hidden brakes in your mind, you can finally drive forward at full speed. And that's when you experience real freedom.